It's early morning for me. It's about 6. I got my coffee. So I'm going to start the day off with an easy sketch here, watercolor. It's starting to become fun for me. I didn't really like it at first when I bought these pens. This is a really thin one. I can't find my thicker ones, but we'll have to use a thin one for now. But we'll do and then we'll do we'll fill it in with watercolor. So let's do, I'm going to do a side angle of a horse. We'll kind of make it look kind of sketchy. I'll get these legs going all different ways here. I like that horse. There we go. Nice simple sketch. That should come out pretty good with the watercolor. Put some groundwork in here. We'll put a couple clouds up. All right, there we go. There's my, now I'm sticking to it. Let's put a little more. Mention on his face here. All right, let's paint that up. When I first got the watercolor, I didn't like it at first, but now I'm starting to like it. I bought this kit for like, I think it was $5.99, but it works pretty good. I ended up having to buy some expensive brushes, but these brushes work fairly good. Let's just do a brown horse, and I'll do some different tones. There's all these different colors you can use for brown. I'll start with some dark in these dark areas where I think it would be darker. And we'll use lighter colors. That way we get some different tones of brown in there. All I do, I just wet the brush and then dip it in the color and then pull it down in these slots here, and you can mix them easily in these little slots. You want to make sure your brush is wet so it flows off your brush easily. It's almost urban sketching. Although urban sketching, I guess to be an urban sketcher, you have to actually go out and do the work on the scene. So this wouldn't be considered urban sketching because I created this from my mind. If I was out like on location in Seattle somewhere, then we could call this urban sketching. Bulls, I guess. Maybe I'll do that. I'll go to one of some of our locations here in Seattle. We got a lot of cool places you could go. The locks, where all the boats are, the fishing, the fish ladder. But anyway, look how cool that watercolor is. I mean, it's a little different than the acrylic paint that I use, but whoops, put a little too much water in there, but that's all right. Get some different tones of brown in here. There we go. Look how simple that was. 8 minutes. Already have a cool looking horse. And we'll put some green grass down here. Same thing with the grass. I'm going to use different tones, dark and light. It just makes it look more artsy if you got different colors in there. Instead of having one tone. That could even put some blue down here if we wanted, just to mix it with the green. There we go. For my sky, I just kind of go around. We'll go around the horse with blue. You don't even really have to pull sky if you don't want. Try some purple. kind of cool. Like, say you go on a trip and you don't want to bring all your acrylic paint with you. You could bring this little watercolor kit with a booklet like this. There's like 30 pages in here. It does have white. There is white in here, but I'm not sure how well it's going to work for clouds. I guess it's good enough. There we go. Look at that. I like it. You could also come back with your pen. There's different size tips you can get, and I can't find. I bought a whole bunch of them. I only have this thin one, but you could come back in here and, you know, add more lines to it. You gotta wait for it to dry before you can mark over it again, but it was working earlier. I guess I put too much on there. Let's do another one. These go so quick, but they're fun. If you're someone that goes and sells at the your farmers markets, you could whip these out pretty quick. Let's do another one. I'll do let's do one that's more like abstract. We'll do the hair kind of like this. I don't know how this is going to look, but Something. Hope you guys got your coffee. Tornado, how's it going? Just horsing around, that's right. Something easy this morning. Let's see, let's make the red, I guess. Red and orange. Maybe it'll look cool, I don't know. Yeah, it looks cool. We'll do the front part of them red and the back part orange. More orangey back here. And maybe his mane will do yellow. His tail yellow. I don't know. I'm just trying different things here. Not the best sketch, but try this. I think this is like Alzarian Crimson here. It's different. Not the greatest sketch. I kind of messed the skin up a little bit, but I'll do another one here real quick. Let's see if I could change the horse color now. Maybe that'll, if we put brown over it now, let's see what happens. Yeah, I think that looks better. For some reason that horse didn't look good in color. Let's keep it brown. There we go. I think I saved it. Oh, Maria, I you girl. Oh, my Maria. Put a shadow down here. Yeah, see, I don't have the the pen that I have. It's really lines. I can't find the. It's a little bit overdoing it with the paint, but let's do a clean. I'll do a clean sketch now. You kind of want your sketch to be kind of the lines to be perfect. Let's do. I'll do a side angle of a horse here. All right. I think this will sketch out better. I mean, it'll paint better, I believe. I'll keep this one simple. We'll just make it brown. Yeah, if you want to do urban sketching, you got to be out on the actual, you got to actually be sketching the place where you're at for it to be urban art. That's the rule. So this isn't, can't really call this urban sketching because it's like I'm making it up in my. A lot of those sketchers, like they do buildings and stuff like that. Seattle would be great. We got downtown. We got a lot of these old buildings from early 1900s buildings. Those would be kind of fun to sketch. There we go. See, that looks pretty cool. I just need a thicker pen. I can't find my thicker pen. They make the lines a little thicker. But if you don't like doing acrylic paint, this is a good way to get started with watercolor. It'll get you going anyway. You don't really need much. Like all I did was buy this for $6, and I bought a couple good brushes, and that's all you really need. Of course, these books are kind of cheap. They're not expensive. I mean, there's a lot to learn with watercolor. As far as this, I'm just painting it in there as though this was acrylic paint, you know. There are some cool things you could do with blending the colors and stuff, but I'm not at that point yet. I don't think I'll ever get that far. Not as far as I want to get with watercolor. I still like acrylic paint. So I just came up with this idea. I'm just going around the horse with color. And that looks cool. I don't feel like painting the whole background, so that's all I'm going to paint. I'll darken up some of his face so it looks get some shadows. kind of like it. All right, let's do, these go so quick, I can do another one here. Then I'm gonna go get a coffee. I mean, I made some coffee. I'm already done with that. I'm gonna go to my favorite coffee place and get a mocha or something. All right, let's do another horse. There was a few of you in here. Thanks for watching, guys. Let's do, I might do like a tall, skinny horse that kind of maybe looks more really skinny. Tall and lengthy horse here. Long ears. Big mane. Maybe his legs are crossing down here. There we go. That looks kind of cool. Let's paint that real quick. Then I'm going to go get a coffee. I'll just keep it brown, simple. So I just grab my watercolor paint, put it in these little areas here. And it's better if your brush is kind of wet. It flows better. We'll do like a light brown color. The less water, the darker it'll get. So we'll use this light brown for the face here. So we get some different tones in there. So you can't put it on thick, see, make it darker. That looks kind of cool. I'll do a black mane. What's cool about watercolor, you don't have to be precise with the color. It can go over the lines, and it looks pretty cool. See? Really dig that. I'll try and do a white stripe. Like I said, there is white in this watercolor, but I mean, I don't think it works the best. But it works a little bit. Horse. I've been doing horses for a month now, and it took that long to get used to them, where I can sketch without looking at a picture of a horse. It didn't take long to get them down. I kind of like the way that looks. Three-legged horse. Let's try red in the background this time. I like that. I'll just leave that right over there. That's it. That one's done. Urban art. And of course you got to sign it. Sign it up here. I should go out on location and do some lives in Seattle. Try and sketch like buildings and stuff. I think it'd be kind of fun. All right, guys, I'm on coffee. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all the likes. Maybe YouTube will shop these videos around for me. You can darken up some of the spots when you're done to make the eyes show up better. There we go. I like it. All right, I'll see you guys later. I'm going to be painting all day. I'm off today, so. But I'm going to go grab some breakfast and a coffee.